They like that though. Is that right? China don't like it being called Taiwan.
We're wrong. Coming on to the field now for this fourth Cup quarterfinal. It's Hong Kong versus Chinese Taipei, and the winner of this will take on Malaysia, who just won the third Cup quarterfinal. And look at that formation by Chinese Taipei, that's textbook. And they're going to be up against it here. Let's look at the results earlier. Chinese Taipei in the Cup due to upsetting UAE 14-19 on day one. Courtesy of that, they are in the Cup. They lost to Japan 35-7. Hong Kong had to play China twice because Kazakhstan did not turn up. They won the group, and this morning Hong Kong will be facing Chinese Taipei. And you would imagine Hong Kong be the favourites here. And I'm joined in the commentary box by a celebrity sevens player, food bill, on holidays here in Sri Lanka. It's Tom McQueen. Hello, Tom.
Hey mate, how you doing?
You enjoying your time in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, it's good, great weather. It's hot, so I'm pretty glad I'm sat here in the aircon with you, not outside playing.
It is incredibly hot down there. We're looking at 35 degrees with a little bit of breeze here in Colombo. Jamie Hood gets us underway, and Alex McQueen goes up and does well to bat that back, but Chinese Taipei have got it for an early start. Look at this, they don't care that they're playing Hong Kong. They did very well against the UAE yesterday. And they swing it away. Hong Kong with an early chance to show their defence. Look at this, it's Huang down the side. He's the hero from their win over UAE in extra time, and he goes in. Alex McQueen tries to hold him up. What does the AR say? Gives him the big nod, and that's first blood to Chinese Taipei, 5-0. T-Mac, how about that?
Yeah, I guess a bit of a surprise, really. The Chinese Taipei did really well to see that Hong Kong lost their sweeper there in that first ruck and exploited the space. A good bounce, but you can't take anything away from him. You got Keith Robertson down there stretching as well, so I don't know if something's happened to him there or if he's just a bit tired.
Has Keith Robertson been injured? He wasn't in the first two legs. What's the story with Keith?
Yeah, Keith's been struggling for quite a while with a knee problem, which has given him all sorts of grief. But he's had a few calf niggles, which about the last 2 weeks he's been good to go. So I think everyone's just a little bit nervous whenever you see him go down and start stretching it.
Huang cannot convert his own try, and look at that, he got a beautiful bounce. It was good vision by the the Chinese Taipei playmaker to spot the gap out there, and he scored the try in extra time against UAE to win that game earlier yesterday. Now it's Hong Kong's chance to take the ball forward. That looks like big Nick Hewson out there getting a start, and it's Max Woodward, his Valley teammate. And Alex McQueen is calling for it, but he's not going to get it because Captain Max Woodward has gone under the post. What a quick reply from Hong Kong. Makes it 5-all, scores a level here.
Yeah, some great interplay there between the two dump trucks, Nick Hewson and Max Woodward, both renowned for looking for contact and having no wheels. There's only one man in our squad who's possibly challenged him for that title, and he's on the roof filming in Mark Wright.
Great insight there, and Jamie Hood nudges that over from out in front, so it's 7 points to 5 Hong Kong. The Empire strikes back. A lot of experience down there in this Hong Kong squad, with a mixture of young players. Chris Mays is out there, and the rest out there right now are veterans. Jamie Hood decides to come to the right. Vardy's out there, and it's a beautifully done kick. Force Huang into taking that across the touchline. So possession back to Hong Kong.
So this will suit Hong Kong playing off set piece. We know that the Chinese Taipei like to play loose, almost like a game of touch.
Up goes Mays, flicks it down to McQueen. Robertson takes it forward, nice balls in front. Vardy with a bit of space. He's wrapped up by Huang, the try scorer, and he takes 3 Chinese Taipei players to ground. Now it's a 4-on-2. And McQueen has set up Hewson. He goes in with
there
the big
goes the dump trap.
Nick Hewson from 5 metres out, make that 55 metres. He gets a beautiful sympathetic ball from Alex McQueen, and over goes Hong Kong's second try quickly, but it was Rowan Vardy who took the attention of about 3 players on the far side. And there's always going to be a numbers game after that. Lovely stuff, Tom.
Yeah, great bit of skill there from Nick, using his footwork. He managed to score a try there. Interesting fact about Nick, he's actually got an IRB record for the longest bagel. He was in the Sahara Desert in terms of point scoring for quite a while. He went 12 calendar months and 8 tournaments without scoring. So good to see him on the score sheet now.
Nicholas Daniel Hewson, the veteran, possibly in his last sevens appearance for Hong Kong. He won't qualify for the Olympic qualifiers. He turned down the opportunity to get himself a Hong Kong passport. McQueen goes up beautifully, nudges it back to Mays, who fumbles it. Chinese Taipei with some possession now. And that's Robertson who's towed it through. Again, from the kickoff, Hong Kong doing well. McQueen getting it back, or Mays getting it back, and the ball was bobbling around all over the place. And ever alert, Keith Robertson tows it through for a third try to Hong Kong. Yeah. Tell us about the hairstyle of Keith Robertson. It's something new?
Keith Robertson is the two people he looks up to most in terms of the fashion world as the olive oil, so Popeye's girlfriend, and then the green Powerpuff Girl with the dark hair. So I think his look's been modelled off that. But that was a great piece of skill from Keith, to nudge that ball through and pick it up again. A lot of the time, what he does looks really lucky, but unfortunately for everyone else, he does it every day in training. So. Really just a good piece of skill.
Jamie Hood's missed the conversion, and perhaps his eyesight is impaired by all the gear on his head. As he had some stitches yesterday.
Yeah, he got 10. He wasn't over the moon about it. Renowned for his grumpiness, Mr. Hood.
His rugged good looks, and here he is getting us started again. And that's a beautifully weighted kick. Again, McQueen gets up and smacks it back, Roger Federer style. And with 1 minute to go, Hong Kong have one more chance. Look at Rowan Varty. Really is a feisty number. Here goes Hewson. Well, that's a bullet from Hewson. McQueen tries to give up the miracle pass off the ground to Woodward, but he can't manage it. Woodward scragging one player, 2 players, and someone coming in from the side or offside. And with 30 seconds remaining, Chinese Taipei finally get the ball back after that early try. And at 19 points to 5, if they want to stay in this game, they'll need to score a try. And here they go. There's a bullet, and oh gosh, that wasn't very sympathetic. He's gifted that back to Hong Kong. Look at Jamie Hood go here. Look at the man from Football Club. He's going for the corner. That's a great finish, and that's the 4th try of the half, and that'll be half time. Look at that headgear. Good work from the man with 10 stitches. And that's 24 points to 5. Coming from an unforced error. Look at him go. He's a veteran of the Hong Kong Sevens scene, is Jamie. Keith Robertson down, stretching himself again. And what a great kick from Hood from the sideline. It's all good on the Hood. And that ends the first half. That's 26 points to 5 after Luke taking an early 5-0 lead. Chinese Taipei have let in 4 consecutive tries unanswered, and Gareth Baber has got the troops in there. What will he be saying to those guys, T-Mac?
Knowing Gareth, he prides himself on our defence, so he probably won't be very happy with that first try that they scored. But having said that, for the rest of the half, the Hong Kong boys have been in a lot of control, looked after the ball and scored a few good tries. So I think he'll be relatively happy. I'd imagine you'll see quite a few subs come on now. So hopefully some of those fresh legs can get out there and show us what they got.
Now, you're also not playing in this tournament. You've been out for quite a while. What's been happening with your injured carcass?
There was actually a bit of sabotage. So, as you may know, there's a rugby rivalry in Hong Kong between HKCC and Valley. Both I and Saloon play on the wings against each other, and he took the opportunity in training to twist my ankle quite badly. So I've been out for the last 2-3 months.
Do you think you'll be fit for the Olympic qualifiers in Hong Kong in about a month's time?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm pretty close to playing now, so I think if this was a do-or-die tournament, I probably would have been playing. But yeah.
And did you hear any results from the Premiership in Hong Kong yesterday? An upset, or maybe it's not an upset, but your club having their first loss of the season?
Yeah, well, Hong Kong Scottish, they've been what, top 3 for the last 2 seasons in a row. So not really a big surprise, but they did play well.
Just looking at the knockout schedule for today, Hong Kong has already been penciled in. Already penciled in to face Thailand in the...
They got the wrong way around, but
yeah,
should be Malaysia.
Okay, away we go in the second half, and Hong Kong looking to pile on the misery. The Taranaki dairy farmer Nicholas Hewson takes the ball forward. Kadu Lee is on from the Kowloon Rugby Club. Also is Jack Capon. This is Chris Mays staggering his way forward. Yu Kam Shing is on. As you said, the bench has been rolled. Here goes Woodward, gets it in the bread basket. Tidies up. It's a good stiff defence from Chinese Taipei. Robertson whisks it away to Lee, to Yu. There goes Capon. He's got Mays outside him, but he takes it a good 10 metres in contact. Here's Lee. It's Robertson. Another awkward pass for Woodward. He has to slow down for it, but he gets the ball inside to Hewson. He has no sidestep at all. He's got no tricks in his box, but it's functional, it works, and he gets Hong Kong still on the front foot, and Lee has dropped that cold, unforced error, and he scratches his head, and so will the coach be scratching his head after that. Jack Capon, it's also his first appearance in the series. Has he been injured?
Jack had a concussion that he's got over, but he's been training hard in the gym for the last couple months. So he's a good, strong ball carrier. Hopefully he plays well here. Hopefully he's not struggling too much in the heat.
Another young man from the Tigers Club in Hong Kong coming on. Calvin Hunter comes on. Captain Woodward goes off. Save yourself for the semi-final later today against Thailand. Chinese Taipei now with a rare bit of ball deep in their own half, and they decide to go for the cheeky kick. It worked for them in the first half, but Yu Kam Shing goes back, juggles it round and then knocks it forward, and here comes Hewson, sees an opportunity to jump on someone and does so. And it's not him that's been penalised, but someone else. So enterprising play from Chinese Taipei, still on their 10-metre mark. It's a different side, this Chinese Taipei side, to the team we've seen in the last 2 legs who have hardly scored a try. And here they come again. Hong Kong probably looking forward to a chance to work out their defensive patterns. It's a good tackle from Robertson. He's knocked the ball out loose there, and he's won the ball for his side. So what are the permutations here for this series, T-Mac? With South Korea bowing out to Sri Lanka, they're in the plate, so the highest they can finish is 5th. And in terms of the World Series qualifiers, Japan have sewn up first spot. Second spot is up for grabs.
Yep.
So Hong Kong would need to get into the final. Would they need to win it?
I'm not entirely sure, but thanks to that result with Sri Lanka knocking Korea out in the quarters, the ball is, to my knowledge, completely in our court. So just we need to get a win the tournament, and that looks after itself.
Very unlikely result, and here goes Hong Kong flowing onto the ball. Yu Kam Shing, he's got gas, but so has the Chinese Taipei defender Chai. He's got across and shut it down. There's a tussle over there. And eventually, Chris Mays has flung the opponent across the sideline. Still 3.5 minutes remaining, 26 points to 5. We are just about on the halfway line. Kaduli with the feed, looks a bit crooked. Yes, it is. Sorry, Hong Kong won't be playing Thailand. They'll be playing Malaysia, of course. They've got the draw wrong on our computer system. Malaysia smashing Thailand in the third cup quarterfinal, and here come Chinese Taipei again. It's been battered backwards by Mays. It's play on. And this is Lin with the ball. Fishing it out his way. He runs incredibly sideways and uses up the space.
Great tackle.
Robertson with a good, getting a good shoulder behind that tackle. This is Lin again. Sloppy passing from Chinese Taipei, but there's another one, but it's a hammy buster, but he's picked it up nicely. Surging forward now to the 10-metre mark. This is good play by Chinese Taipei. Can they keep it going? This is Wei. A little chip through from Huang. It's worked before Calvin Hunter goes back. The big man, he gets down. He's done well for Hong Kong. Houston gets over the top, and they have numbers behind the ball now. This broken play now, Hong Kong will be dangerous. But this defence from Chinese Taipei is very tenacious. They're not giving up. It's admirable. It's Lee to Capon to Houston. Hunter's out there. The big man, it's his first time in the series, and he's been popped out of his grasp there. He'll be cross with himself. Tigers Club in Hong Kong seems to be producing a lot of the young sevens players now. Traditionally, it's been Valley and Cricket Club providing a host of the players, but Tigers of recent years got a good youth program up there, haven't they? Got a lot of youngsters coming through.
Yeah, you got Chris Mays and Calvin Hunter out there, and then Keith Robertson as well. Hasn't played club rugby for quite a few years, but he also learned his trade over there.
Chinese Taipei with some rare possession. Hong Kong backs come up and stimmy that one. And with just in the final minute now, it's 26 points to 5. The game is done, of course, but Chinese Taipei, it won't stop them trying till the last minute to get themselves another score. A proud bunch of boys. Had a hell of a trip to get here. I've been on every flight with them for all 3 tournaments, so they had to fly from Taipei to Hong Kong to Bangkok to Sri Lanka. A long way for them. Obviously nothing easier. And they arrived on Friday, same day as me, so just 24 hours before the tournament. Team of young men from Chinese Taipei. And Capon looking at it, can I get it? Can I touch it? He doesn't know. He looks at the ref, he doesn't give him any indication. Houston gets busy on that like a sentinel, and he's won it, and coming from the side there, probably, maybe illegally, but he's gotten away with it. Here's Hunter. Mays, he knows only one way, and he's busted the defence. He's split it open. He feeds it to Yu Kam Shing. It's a good tackle from Huang. Houston on a direct line. Beautifully done from the 2 big men. Houston back to Hunter. Nicely done. Lovely stuff. The big man will be talking about that all night.
Yeah, that's the longest pass he's ever thrown off his left hand. So it's another check in the box for Nick Houston.
Nick Houston, the current captain of the Hong Kong 15 side until further notice. And that is the game. The kick is good. So game over here in the 4th cup quarter final. Hong Kong convincing showing some good signs as they look forward to their semi-final against Malaysia at 3:30 today. And T-Mac, a good performance?
Yeah, solid. There's definitely room for improvement, but like you said, Chinese Taipei have turned up this tournament with something to play for, throw the ball around, some good runners. So I think they'll be relatively happy with how they went.
Thanks very much.